So it goes to show that I think Amy will simply not work in Sonic 3. A movie with a trailer that hasn't been released yet, but people say that they wanted Amy and Rouge for Sonic 3.
Now let's go back to the previous movies. For everything Paramount Sonic related, they have some new set of stories for Sonic and friends.
And that's the bright side of every Sonic movie.
It doesn't have to be completely faithful to the Sonic games in order for it to be a good movie.
Otherwise it would have been like, oh wow, it's Sonic, the game, the movie. Something that wouldn't fly today.
But seeing a very short teaser for Sonic 3, I have to assume there might at least be some modifications that would make the movie feel a little bit more like Sonic Adventure 2, something that the Twitter Sonic community was craving for days on end. And for the most part people wanted both Amy and Rouge for the third entry of the Paramount Sonic timeline, and some wanted the Chao Garden, for some odd reason. But I would like to differ, for like a few reasons.
First of all, Amy wouldn't really serve any purposes that are other than stalking Sonic and wanting to marry him. Or at least nothing remotely interesting to say the least,
especially in Sonic Adventure 2. She's essentially existing and going to exist in the third movie for her own fucking fan service.
Secondly,
let's say that Amy was in fact in Sonic 3, the least they could have done is to not heavily focus on the clearly unbalanced relationship between Sonic and Amy. Like keep that shit in Miraculous Ladybug. Hell, even the old Sonic games. That's how the movie would turn out, to be not enjoyable in my opinion. All they're about to do was to focus on attempting to ship both Sonic and Amy throughout the span of an entire quarter of the entire movie. And it's going to be reaching the point where most people just want to end the entire relationship. And rightfully so. Although not a lot of people really asked for a drawn out relationship between Sonic and Amy.
I swear to God I've seen at least some weird ass people that even wanted Sonic and Amy to get married and have a fucking
And thirdly, again, it doesn't have to be completely from the Sonic games. You clearly saw the two Sonic movies and the Knuckles spin-off. Let Paramount do their thing. Not everything is what you fantasized. If it's not what you wanted, then at least try not to be a bitch about it. And let's say that the movie is basically just Sonic Adventure 2 without any modifications. That would also mean that Amy will be the same trash ass character from a few decades back with zero character development. And I would get very annoyed halfway through her dialogue, and before you say anything remotely untrue. No. I don't hate Amy. And I'm sure a lot of people thought Amy is alright for a video game character. And over the years, she was actually very supportive and caring, so she is not that bad, if you really think about it. Nowadays, Amy was more of a step up from her early days in the Sonic franchise, including the adventure games. So much so that I believe that she doesn't even have to be a main character or appear in any movies to make her feel or look special. And let's say that she was the main focus of some sort. To you, as long as Amy is at least a good character, that's all that it matters. But for me, I feel as though that it's probably not gonna be the case for the third movie, essentially just wasting my time, I'm afraid. So anyways, these are my thoughts about Amy and Sonic 3. Overall it's a bad idea, and is something that should never be in a Sonic movie, unless it was the fourth entry featuring Silver. Oh yeah, and one more thing.
I'm not just a damsel in distress anymore.
Shut the fuck up!